Okay, everybody. So we've got another longer problem here. I hope you notice we're trying to train you to deal with the more difficult problems. And sometimes the more difficult problems are difficult not because they're challenging, but they just throw so much information at you. And when I was a candidate in the beginning, I didn't like this, and I thought didn't understand what the CFA was doing, but the institute. But now I understand. Look, in real life, there's a lot of things that go on that you have to be aware of when you pick out a portfolio and help somebody meet their financial goals. So, what they're trying to do, I believe, is make these situations more realistic. So when you get your charter, you can immediately start performing at your job from day one. So again, I just want to reiterate, I want you to read the question slowly. There is a lot of information in this problem, and they really touch on a lot of different areas. So you have to be comfortable understanding what it is that you're being asked. Okay, the other thing is be really careful with names. Make sure you know who everybody is. And if you do that, you're ahead of the game. I didn't do very well as a candidate for that. And then I kept thinking, well, is this the client? Is the advisor? I don't know. So now I make notes. So Beade and Muller are senior analysts. Okay, so again, this is how I would tackle it. Just made a quick note. So when I reference this page, if I come back to it, I know that they're senior analysts and for a large multi-divisional money management firm. Okay, well, that kind of gives me enough to know what they are. So Beade supports institutional portfolio managers and Muller supports private wealth. I'm going to tell you right now that I've done both, and in the beginning I actually thought they were two very different processes, but they're really not. They're really the same. You still build an IPS. You still combine it with capital market expectations. You still design that strategic asset allocation. And then you still get into tactical asset allocation. So it really isn't a different process at all. The terminology is a little bit different, but that's it. So don't think, oh my gosh, I've got to now learn how an institutional portfolio manager works and a private wealth. You know, there's some nuances, but for the most part, from my experience, they're pretty similar. Okay, so Beade, remember, who supports the institutional portfolio manager, reviews the asset allocation in Exhibit 1. And basically, Exhibit 1, you need to be familiar with this term. I know you are. It's a mean variance optimization. I want you to stop the video, and I want you to go to the Schwes notes, and I want you to be comfortable with some of the different types of asset allocation methods or models. Mean variance optimization is primarily what I relied on as a portfolio manager, but another method could be Black Litterman. Or what's really becoming popular is goals-based models. So again, there's a lot of different models out there, and you just have to be comfortable with these because you just don't know where they're going. Not everybody uses a mean variance optimization anymore. When I was a portfolio manager about 10 years ago, that's what we used. But now there's new methods, and the CFA has updated their curriculum. Okay, so basically Beade reviews Exhibit 1. Again, it's from a mean variance optimization. So basically, you plug in an input, some basic information,